putting and the fundamentals that are important to improve. Putting accounts for 45% of your round of golf, so it's extremely important. No matter what level you're at, you're gonna have a putt that matters that you're going to need to make, whether it's to beat your buddy just out playing on the weekend or to win the club championship. So we touched on a few of the fundamentals that are important in putting, the 3 skills that you need to have. Got to be able to start the ball on line, control the speed with which you hit the ball, and then green reading. So it starts with picking the correct putter for you. We highly encourage you to do a putter fitting with your PGA Pro. It's going to depend on how tall you are, how long your arms are, the style and natural stroke that you may have, whether you have a big arc or no arc at all. All of that is going to factor in, and we really encourage you to go through a putter fitting. Now, once you have the proper putter for you, what do we think about in getting in the proper fundamentals for putting? Well, just like in the full swing, we need to get our body in a good position to start. And really there, we just want to get into a good, solid, athletic posture. Feet not quite as wide as they are in a full swing, just inside shoulder width apart. And then let your arms hang in front and down beneath your shoulders. Really important to just let your arms hang naturally and then pull your hands together. Now, this is where you want your hands to be. Now, from the grip standpoint, it is very different than in the full swing, where you might remember we talked about gripping the club in the fingers of our hands. Now, in putting, it's much more important. You do want to grip it in the palm. We're not trying to generate any speed or energy here. We're trying to control the putter face, and we're much easier to do that when we have it in the palm of our hands. The putter face accounts for 80% of where the ball will start. So really important to be able to control face of that putter throughout the stroke. Now, there's a few different ways that you can grip the putter, which is great because it can be difficult throughout time, and we want you to be able to experiment with different ways to grip the club. Now, the most common way would be, as we talked about, in the palm of the left hand, palm of the right hand low. Now, the most common use is what we call a reverse overlap. So you might remember in the full swing video, we would overlap our right pinky finger over our left pointer finger. Now in putting, it's the opposite, where we overlap our left pointer finger over our right pinky. Now, this is the grip that Tiger Woods has used to be arguably one of the greatest putters of all time. Now, with this reverse overlap, it gives you a little bit more control of the face, but you may want a little bit more control. Now, another way to try is left hand low. So this is the same. We're going to grip the right hand in our palm, left hand in our palm, but the left hand is going to be below the right. Now, there's no magic into how you do this, whatever is comfortable for you. If that doesn't work, you can also try what we call claw or the saw grip. With that, the left hand stays on there the same in the lifeline, but your right hand will go on in what looks like a claw fashion. You could also do a pencil, which is a little bit only one finger on there. But like I said, whatever feels more comfortable to you, but it's going to be a variation of this look here. Now, just quick note on the claw. I've experimented with a lot of grips throughout my career. And if you are going to do the claw, make sure you keep this left wrist flat. Don't get this angle in here. If we keep it flat, and if there's any twinge in the wrist, it's not going to change the facing. And lastly, we could try arm lock. Now, you have to have a specific putter for this. It's going to be much longer with a different grip. You could run it up your left or your lead arm here, like Bryson DeChambeau, lead to a little bit more stability. Now, that's a little bit more advanced and can be a little awkward for some people, but it's really helped others throughout their career. So those are the main fundamentals. Within putting, we're going to do good posture, arms hanging beneath the shoulders. We're going to grip it in the palm of our hands. And then as we make the stroke, we don't want any pressure shift left or right. We want to stay really stable, and we're going to move everything together as one. I tell my students you could kind of have 2 engines in the swing. You can either putt with your front of your chest, or you could putt with your back shoulder blades. Those are 2 good ways to think about it, but these are big muscles that we could focus on. When we're nervous, blood goes to our big muscles. We want to focus on using them, especially in putting. Now, last piece we'll talk about is just tempo. Now, we talk about going slightly slower back, faster through in the full swing. It's not the case in putting. We want equal tempo back and through. Most beginners go very short, and then they speed up through the ball, and their follow through is much longer. Really hard to control your speed doing this. We want the same tempo back and through. Think of a pendulum. I actually count when I putt. 1, 2, 1, 2. We want to feel the same speed. It's actually might feel a little fast back, and then it glides through. It's really, really going to help your speed. So those are the technical aspects that help get those 3 skills we talked about at the beginning, but there are also some performance aspects. Pre-shot routine, maybe the most important in putting of all aspects of the game, is we really can rely on when we're under pressure. But this pre-shot routine in putting will start even before you get to the green. When you're walking up or driving up to the green, it's really important to note overall contours of that green. There's going to be a low point and a high point because they have to build the green for drainage so water can drain off that green. It's much easier to see that when you are not on the green. So you're riding up or you're driving up, make sure you take a look and note that. It's going to be much easier to read the green when you get on there, when you have a general understanding of the slope of the green. Go through your full routine, focus on holing out and making those putts. Really important. It'll help you lower your scores really quick.